Peace FM 104.3. Who to meet Taki?
0.3 Medican can say Anope Nami Yehudi say Yene Finance Minister Ebanisika Sem Ewagana ha Mijidi say ono ene echre kwan na yeso yedi echre ne nhihye ne ho semina Anope yansaka no ha yepese bisa ne nsem bia ehia isika sem wo yeman Ghana ha and Anope Yanuamu Kuma say hello FM fan live. Akonoba FM Wusunyan, Rock FM Watakra, the Eagle FM Ewo Cape Coast, Fela FM Watamale, Beyond FM Ewo Kwanta, another Beat FM Seshi, Asarian Sum, Efa Sajumedi Tinum, Ukumasia, Ahaye Hello FM, so Wusunyania, Ahaye Akonoba FM Watakra, there, Utie Rock FM, Uo Cape Coast. Utie Eagle FM, wo Tamale Anopeya, Utie Fela FM, wo Enkwanta Baby Hoa, Utie Beyond FM, wo Sishi, Asarian Suswa, na Utie The Beat FM Anope. Mr. Minister Mache?
Mache, it's a saying.
Yamiadum, Boko, now swear.
Yamiani Danasi.
Equi, dear.
Equi, pal. Fakon, if you buy enough, Fakon, your way, dear. So because enko ya nani onyamena yan domno
obi sa bebre so a amoso pa che se enheda nko yisa
you
ebia bebia wo te as finance minister ne wo hu no
you
ene be ma wo waka ne sa na yenom so a ye etima mu no so no ebia na yehu ne sa na yendi kan bisa se mfie miensa ne obi bisa se denti na obeka se ekoyi
we dear pacho se pass fakwana ye war January 2017
yeah
na nientia nipa to abama na Akufo-Addo. So quite unprecedented, almost 1 million votes. Not just a yasitremuno, nenye bibi fata. Inti no de so say accept to say ye buy no na no mani hu kakra. Bonyame adom, I mean almost 3 years ni. Sebe fakwa ye was sesi ade. As I say accept say you're much better than January 2017. Say you buy or share to say electricity no me when sure electricity prices are conformed that or my and see timia ye or share in general account be a kakra or share at the national health scheme here nipa basso any areas a year 3 HS fade adene simple kakra no eno so timi hu na Akufo-Addo senior high school asemi say dey can obi afie na den so senior education not no say yetimi ma nipanya exposure we ya na say ne dachi no enso ye na fe wo hwe fakon statistics economics ya na inflation pa above from single digit 7.6 or 7.8 who be that in the Fourth Republic a year woman na banking sector reform ye afi banks no ye much stronger since any year be who no enti yene on my Ghana for aye juma pa afa kon ya bedui enti ese yetimi ase se adia ye behia no na enye bibia efata na fa kon ya bedui de yesese yesum na ye continue say ye betene no na chese 2020 no ya hold in space and ya beya election excesses aya etaiba no emba na yetimi akoso na adwuma na Akufo-Addo peso ye no na abom na yetimi aye.
Alright, for it I mean starting with banking sector because so can was here ebi pa che say mo prepare mo hododo ebi wo ho ananka yebetimi akama na yeye enye banks ni nyina na ewo saa tibie no broni beka some of them could have been saved and so mo anya ne saa mo aye ne amobeye yedu ba bia yedu for investments besin ne nipa ne bebre hu se musika no way yes sika will receive ho so we receive so on giveaway inti they are to take akraba
you
ebi adwuma abomo
you
eno so e de ho semsem aba na ba ku so etitiri ni se mokoka ase yentwi obi aso inti no how can you convince us say nyamoye no adepa one omo investments no omo hu baby investments me nam ebi o so mo ko bi sai tu 10,000 cedis pe eno achi no banks ni bi o ha ebi anka moto mo bo ase anka motimi esom but titru yentwi obi aso nti ase ye ne nam ho bi saa no
okay
umpacho so mu sei
kwame asotwe no ena hono na yasemwa esese yebo ahomodin na accelerate because na ade so we restructuring normal to say major restructuring to say energy and financial services and you say be perfect na so we share pass 3-4 million depositor sika almost ahina spending be 12 billion na sebi uhu eno ebuani eguso se o eno abeye and so unim the banking system na no the foundation of the economy and say you have to take some really bold measures because na say you call banks there's a lot more confidence, there's more resources to the private sector. We are back to a sense of stability. Now, would you make some mistakes? It's possible. Will there be collateral damage? That's possible. But how do you cure it compared to really the mass restructuring of that economy?
Into Jitum se baby ankoye.
Oh, by all means, so baby can be. And then I make say so when you have 4 million deposits, I was saving 1 sika or the 12 billion. Na sebi once be 3,000-4,000 people might have lost their jobs, and at the same time we had NAPCO getting 100,000 jobs. It is a balancing act, and there's empathy. Into a challenge in the economy be now also in Yachuma. Into now even Ghanaian banks na Bank of Ghana raise capital requirement na. You share that creative BBI a friend or gut, and then also making sure say Prudential, nomine UMB, nomine Omni Bisec, and so had the money to stay in there. Because I go for those issues, say Ghanaians must be at the center of it. Banking restriction, most countries, there will be some collateral damage. Now, receive and also scarcity demand the ama banks no necessarily the okumuna or church sika loans anko ye near the not the ban or the trial right now at least reporter yenyano say sikani be that's wo it's just efficiency in the idea you were meeting on Monday of the receiver to give us, sort of a current update before we go to Parliament. And you be exactly what, the problems they might be having. But so far, they will be or bebano de Utimitiano because Sikano.
Sikano, Mr. Minister, but a bisu complaint and say Sikano must say our and so be bar. On the investment, one of the typical you'll be seeing Sika 1 million cedis. One of the banks, or by your money 10,000 cedis. Say you be your later. Later, a mother. Into no na ye
I mean, Kwame, say banking restructuring na ye estimate an amount of money to say in most places, you have what they call a deposit insurance. Archers a sebe bank ni gua na insurance ka ya de mema ono. It's to a certain percentage or a certain flat level that you'll be given. I think US is about $50,000 or $100,000 equivalent. And I end no 10,000 cedis. So would there be potential losses? That could happen. And then no depending on the efficiency of the receiver. No, senior government there. You see, at the very least, you betting the amount we know be in your BB. Nothing near receiver, no, betting the abano. No, so watch there's a formula for it. And yes, sir, government betting me a tria, sickening, but at least you cushion it with a minimum. Now, if you receive a Juma Bayano, no, they are coming.
Minister, I can be signed obedient crab. I'll say, I have almost 500,000 cedis with one of the microfinance companies. They have capped the amount at 10,000 cedis. What do I do? And will be the
no, that's Americano. So at least say, first of all, depositors Sika. It may save most of them for 4 million or so depositors. And I want every banks no they won't cano come when I be monoka say 10,000 they meet me their mobia near cano receiver ya na fe wachichama yenyina banks no they won't ka na adi ayana it's difficult because you can't imagine what would have occurred if the intervention had not happened. Until if you allow the crisis to Argentina to occur, Norma Apaja.
But Minister Pacho, one of the biggest accusations I the Mao and the ministry was our banking sector reform. They say now abandon the contractors Kabibre.
Okay.
Contractors need be or these various banks. Sabia and Carbine and I said it contractors in some of these banks in Musika Sembi Ama can you quine say ye me sure say when you say one of your biggest accusers on Sasimia Dr. Parkway Syndrome ne GN Bank. Our patches say abandon the car. Ain't he Kamuntianaka and Amuntiana contractors Naka Mama Bejibo say on the honor. Mutuamoka, Kabank and Manasa. Sa accusation, Pachoso say.
Into my seminary days, what the uncle court and Tiana Edin so nipa betimia cancer. But a dear Kwame, a Juma a Diane Sono, so we share, banking issues. Now we share energy issues. Now we share contractor issues. I just say arrears neho kanyina yabidufa kwa yedui. Sebe my Ghana for ya bomoding. How do you prioritize? How do you manage, etc. But say we share na afi ya stabilize the energy. Na I think financial services also ya stabilize it. Na afi the past 2 months, almost for 2.2 odd billion cedis in roads. And also been see that. Sikaye Tria for roads, over 4 billion. Commencements are here to continue through next year, over 7 billion. Actually, say by the time you be Tria 2.2 ye, naturally almost 82% of all contractors. At least the small ones will all be paid out.
But the question is, contractors no emre paswa. Enka sa semi bi anka itimi so ano.
Well, I'm going to mean who no say emre paso yes yebeja depositors 4 million depositors now also asemwaba and as yebe continue na dum so akoso and as contractors any other into isolated there any menko there no there you can see a straight path, but if you are balanced enough you will share na fa kwa yabedu ya we say you're managing a year, and the future going forward is to really say a big keep stability near continue, because once you feel comfortable, say sikasem no a year just a honor na fade liquidity beba entrepreneurs and so best start in yesika contractors no sebe enso ya shasie just sika ya de begumu a almost roads ya somwa say ye tu kwan ya nyina ye hu say kwan nya kwan pa. But individual cases there, yenina yebenya kabi.
Yanka contractors na sem. Let me say, one big issue man nipa bebre. Aya buy any scanner say ediasem.
Kwame, na say I mean buy January who say na a buy nisika. But and revenue mobilization, so any BBA, me say wow, yeah, add prompt to people say one brand between. But even as GRA misses targets now, on average, every year. Revenue to GDP, anywhere from 12.5% to 15%. Actually, as a country, it's say close to 20%. And this is a P or how many wo yentia. As a year, say Sikano, and Ebetimedia boa SEO my. Enti near yetimia year up to this point, Actually, as a Nipaka bank around put it then or ye mammy. Now to me who say electricity no may. Yabon more than I had to so school say a year financial services I feel necessary in transit where they no crenim why ye BB a be a nia mepe in but I feel the SSM so metrasi na me cemetery because me bisasa in April 30th for na end of tax filing day you more here in your tia. Because we will be a baby fufu. But on my entire taxes there it's impossible. But even with that, it does.
Okay, say contractors, you bet your moka enche. And so be seen some complaints na that's all. Ebi chese ediomoka. Buying tia. But your area, what exactly is the problem? Dear Pan, a hard dream.
They are mostly roads.
Yeah, road contractors especially.
Ocean roads, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, between besides past 8 years before we came, then a nipa year, just a road, yeah, says now, mutimi, my contracts are Sebi nipa Jumanos went to me, and here by no. Say Auditor General, analysis kakra and a cocoa board and so one way because on person tia obia on deserve it say sikano and a fakon ya bedunie and announce commencements of over 7.9 billion and a sika ye tia nansaying so about 2.2 billion enti obia benyabi and I send an americano at least of this money about 80% of the contractors will be paid and 40% value of the larger ones into wasi. But the way we have held faith and no my sana way so you be resolve
well no your energy sector you be honum so but me last question on our contractors issue na member energy sector.
Gabobaka so one afro pa.
Fiti anope amika say finance minister ba. Because so so am it me bia na me school me who where to start from. But this
I mean Bakwame ade enye say yen kan say yen de won ka o. Na nia ye kan say wo hwe sika ye de akọ roads yi mu a since we came, almost 4 billion.
Yeah.
Now, at the last month's year, announced so another 2.2 billion. You be. No, you be. And then I make us say, and also, no, you be, now 82%, of contractors will be fully paid. Okay, then you have the major ones who will get at least 40% of their resources. And to me, who, yeah, as I say, because clearly, and only Sisikan Woho, I feel the Nipenya Wonsika. And old song, as I say, you move on with it. Because I know no creno.
Yeah, I see into your taxes. Again, I'm more ya faho na mo bitimenya says scanning na. Yati brofubi fititi widening the tax net. Then I'm way. Afasadia. And
so when him say you start at the 10 assembly and no you go so na who said the past a few months and so you change leadership of GRA.
Yes.
Profada Babeka Hoya change board members new being a day. And really I think there's a new sense of reinvigoration. Nanona any padding who say Unipa and near ding Osum Yamete say Profada be chairman. Intinoma Babesessa. Inti anoni you go so say digitalization. You can't widen the task net part. Sometimes you dream say sebe makola woman and informal sector. Ebi no yampa. But really sometimes they say a minianum. Our professionals just say you work clinics and you work architectural firms and say you work auditing firms. Any lawyers near their intia into a whole necessary into 1 year databases be a just sebi or register car and now to airline ticket and now you be we can then be able to calculate your income and be able to suggest to you say we necessary just a winter necessary. I think say education now people's own conscience say omano afedia for one echo ye intimenso memboa na yenye juma SSA because ye penoma p the penoma p and so bisano pa say hey intimia metelaboni property tax grant boy here ferry but as a structure no GRA yeni ye na send be ya ye betimia collected because at least maybe 15 or so billion if you look at the ratios of tax to revenue to GDP
Scanner Dawson. Minkai messages ka krebi. Please ask the Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta what the future of afforestation program is. Our allowances have been delayed because it seems that he has eyes more on NAPCO than us. This one also says, I was affected by the UT bank collapse. There's a software for all SNL loans. Why can't they migrate all into one bank like CBG for us to be assured that our monies are safe? My lifetime investment of after 40 years in public service is locked up at Ideal Finance, Kwame in Medina. Now tell the minister that Swedro Inner City Roads was captured in the 2019 budget. As at now, it's not started, but the only things you see are much bigger potholes. What are we doing? From Paddy in Agona, Swedro. Ask the finance minister the plans for the TDC Pone Community 26 affordable housing project. It has a potential of housing 4,500 households with a 100-acre enclave. Since his ministry is a shareholder of the company, Kojo Tabi in Tema. Uncle Atu in Spintex, tell the finance minister on a light note to make his voice macho small for us, the listeners. We can hardly hear him. Okay. The government is embracing themselves. It's applauding themselves for creating jobs in youth in afforestation, and also, but there's been no allowance paid for 5 months. We're suffering. Seth from Begro. Minister, any of these you'd want to respond to?
Oh, you, yeah. Afforestation as some ye trebi. Afforestation as some na a 15,000 jobs and a year, and a fire and some 45,000. And teachers is a huge difference.
3 times.
Yes, so, but in the same vein also, yetimi ye 100,000 of NAPCO. And you guso aye sika etuawon. I think SNL issues no dear like everybody else no. Actually, CBG is the bank that we are migrating most of these to, so that they can deal with it. But as we mentioned, 10,000 is the level that we are paying. Now, if we receive an inya, now or do seek a bro. I think Swedro inner city roads, like all roads, and one seminary hurricane. Senia Ura Mwakata Misa Mwakata Yen say, Obituawon. One way a year you may send your own bit me initiate it, and continue with the work. And I mean, like all roads with these contractors who are in the middle of the assignment, with this new injection, the expectation is that they will then proceed to do that. TDC Kra no patutu be 3 months ago, and I'm a cocoche. You and a friend saying. Auntie Alice, managing director, on the Chinese will be as agree for the reconstruction. And also Yasumwa Yabuawon, won't bet me aye. Na Ejumano dear, and yes, say a boy and some my own. Jumano very continuous afforestation, NAPCO, banking jobs in your day. We are hoping that going forward, we have expand the private sector. Send a bear on bit me assume no I Jumano.
Minister, afforestation for bit me as Shomobo. Da you bit Yomka. Afforestation for because it seems to be popping up a lot.
Popping up. Some make kind of status in the children. Well, who's a B-wom between 15 and 45.
45. So it's
I think we might be about 2 or 3 months behind. Into SSA. Yet soon.
Nana kwesi ewo menshia Kumasi or Simimbisa minister say Swami interchange. Nana Kufado Eshe Kumasi for bot say your best starting and Kumasi inner city roads and no swear.
Pacho adi a number of things. I and Rakrampo, Minister of Roads, any leader of the House, Chairman, Transbon Komo, especially about Ashanti roads in general, but about Ashanti roads in particular. Into the release of these monies into core Ashanti, I just quite a number of the contractors, Abeji Onsika. The specific idea now, Wakano, we have to put our minds to it to find next year. Ibenya Husika Aya. Sino Hydron, so when Yamiadum 4 lots, no. Baby release until we are in good shape. Say Tamale interchange, Eastern Corridor free, Hohoi, Eriko North, Western and Central Region roads, and some Ashanti roads. Into the combine and in the INCA, and I think we are going to have a good 15 months on the roads.
I'll do this for the last time. Fachemi. Chairman General, good morning. My colleagues and I, about 250 of us, are gathered here listening live from Kumasi. Please ask Honorable Minister Ken, youth in afforestation. We've not been paid some for the last 5 to 8 months. Ofori-Atta, Kumasi. Then the other one says, I am Cedric in Nswam. Please ask him if there will be a budget policy for youth in afforestation program in the 2020 budget which he will read shortly. Final comments on youth in afforestation.
Some of my layout in Funso Bayano, actually. And certainly in the budget coming, that has to be confronted so that we have a much more peaceful environment going forward, because now it's a fact of the matter. Inti yebesum aye necessary.
Hey, road Sifoi. Obiso say the contractor on the Jekiti Road in the Akwamu area, Minister, how far?
I mean, Kwame.
Yes, sir.
Near Sika, Yedia Shewo Road, some any really the evidence the past 2 months and I think so. As a nipa who said, you know, a bibia Nana Kufuadwehu or call round on Nayenso, Yehua, tackle. Now, Yeka way in Minfa. Cocoa board, you know, 530
Cocoa roads
for cocoa board roads, you know, 530 million on 1 year. Now, if you want to another 1 billion, and this is yedi gum to fix what was a share, yeah, by non swa. Sabi Kufu by no. Now you are about 39 kilometers, 1,000 kilometers of road. And no, we 8 years, no. They do 69,000 kilometers of road. And doing say I buy a road so no yetias here. Now 8 years I buy afterwards no. And ya me amiti me who say about 3,000 or 4,000 kilometers no one they can ho. And on tria sikebia womu near cocoa board koye and so on 1 year. Into Sika yang 3.5 years here, dear Gumumpo is way beyond what they did in 8 years, and we are going to do more.
November 14, Nyame Aduma Obekom Rashibijum.
Maybe at 13 for.
Maybe about 13. Yabeba here the kind of budget we should expect, especially because Yabetwaba.
Pacho you.
About to Bresu Diana. Sikasem ewo se ne yetie na minim se mwaka se enya dia moba broso nti ye behwa asa, but yen hwe ye energy sector ye kan ya honsem ye ne ehonsem semina independent power producers IPPs na ka se modi omoka bi na omoji na ebikwa aka se mo ahwe no mo ahwe a dum so besan bebio ohono mo yendai
what is me call parliament media no me can say be say sebe yeah sovereign state and you agreements take or pay agreements in previous government now, but it's the same country now unsustainable. Sepa say you will be install capacity of 5,083 megawatts. Na dependable, about 4,600 megawatts. But our peak demand usage, about 2,700. And to gap no, na because of the nature of the contracts and yes, I know, as I see it here, maybe every year going forward, about $1 billion. I am sure year by 2023 no. Need to $12 billion. And you can't say Debbie. As I say, a trustee, because I did work warrior, 20-25 years concession period. Na say start to say na enkoye na menkwana mitua. Me say nti entrance. Den nyina entrance ni hu returns as I say unya yensu yebetimi etua. Now, you share 20 years in instruction. Into negotiations and the discussions not started. Because a Joada Crown, I'm swearing in steering committee, to continue the negotiations. In the Atrasia Yeka, the Sikano, Yetuabi. But truly, we share Fakon Ghana and so qua. And ye be beer over Castle Media, Jimmy Dear and Enqua. In the Union, I entrim. Because when contracts are over because they're unbalanced, we have to balance them. But you buy electricity prices are kofum. Don't so nye bibia by heart. It's a workout situation. Yeko. Yani one komwa. Obeka say, intiasibum. Say okay. Entrance na idea fixing once and for and yes or china metua kakra na fe obuafu na ade inteno ne ye
no cra PDS be ade
no cra the truth of the CBS. Now, what is the falseness of the CBS? PBS matter. Can catch them?
Near time you say no cry a PDS me at the end say Yatitini Bibri and demand guarantee before and after. Some no dosu. And you be trim and American government say fraud be any. Ghana government say fraud wom en conform by omunisika ebisi omusika akut jo Australia just say ehwenyan
ade obeka say asem no nim no more than me kram
that be so only your finance minister ade no what is it about PDS ade asem inti me anso ano a esensen ho ase yetwam say ade asem
yetwam
say yetwam say agitum see yetwam okay good then the bedru what if you are
asem na say ye koshe say ye turning over your electricity distribution system comma PDS March 1st ye not purportedly no one war demand guarantee or standby letter of credit, whatever you call it, of $350 million to ensure say it's a BB bar. The country will have recourse to it. Unfortunately, insurance company or war Qatar wonya say demand guarantee one say type of instrument one yet. And flatly denying so on or yeah, no one say be a rogue employee bina and say be your signing yeah. It was quite clear. Say it was say demand guarantee be anywhere. No dear, and just say America as a PDS will be an or deny what has he say yeah, and that's after what 60 days of 2 suspensions in which maybe that could have been cured. Anyway, it didn't happen. But Kwame said, also electricity the distribution system now the share will be inside. Okay, for $3 billion worth of assets. A strategic asset nonetheless, important for consumers and industry and everything. Nothing so another awari asemu, which is a 20-25 years concession. Now within the first 3-4 months, who say, hey, we got an crofui, sika won endorse and now guarantee for a buy impo and no career. What is the responsible thing to do? And it will have consequences. In Tinipasi, when you will lose 190 million from America, etc., etc. Now me share 3 billion assets. Na sebi when who say unipa wodi adwuma man ontiminya now so you me train. That would be really the height of irresponsibility. Will it have some consequences? It might, and that is, maybe 190 million from the US, etc., etc. But in the US, no. Kwame, sebe adi in Chroma time, Dwight Eisenhower time, and a US boy of Akosomo Dam. 60 years Akosomo Dam asoye mua say you know a partner be. Inti difference of opinion year abay. And Babeha in relationship going forward. Yes, the John Kennedy no kai say those who look only to the past or to the present are certain to miss the future. Intienye nrasemu anase nento kwane babeye ochina sem ni ekano. Enti ni Nana Akufo-Addo aka say free on them, because then you be able to grow. It's a height of irresponsibility. And then quickly move to restore private sector participation. Now, where transaction no current the inefficiencies and the leakages of ECG. That's one. So you need that kind of technical competence to ensure that it is done well. Then secondly, you need capital injection. And where are you going to get it from? So it is possible to do both together or unfused for that. To bring a structure that is more sustainable, that we can be proud of in the future. So it's a chance to reset the clock. All of the other machinations say, can a true letter B to create no. So president, first of all, no buy na idea and and you be soon say the concession assembly and president can say na dear a better have for the next whatever years. I didn't necessarily Ghanaians are a minority into entering 51%. Into Timmy Tricoye, I know so any Americans on Trichina accept it, which was very good. Into me, Timejum, Nami Shet no my and Nissan Ebebo about no banya. I'm saying, that's idea crime by 51% ye. Say, young come on Bomoa. Now, fade the Moko board meeting, now will be back on, and now say the AGM will be back watching home. Ako foreigners no wha exactly na near the koya say ba intermediate me say okay pacho mun create company 51% no wom mun nyina mo share me into we den dey koda e wo how yinim say no dey governance and control no will be there.
But you see sir, a 51% company na wo pay no special purpose vehicle na no come na what is our opponents be can say my family and friends in tea and then I'm creating SPV of 51% now uncle banasa no into na muchemo because sir as we could have resolved it without termination ebi anki bitimi aso ano a ehun hia say ibetwem completely na nyane ken Ofori-Atta apeno in Sankanti and Abanasa.
You, that's a quite asema mekai, name what other action you would have taken. Nipa was say, why ensure no, or say there be, minye na minye. And ebino can say, any can say, the one court. I'm say, hey, me electricity, me dear. Just a bit me a bore me, na afi the court asem wakata na men konkoka. And the fata. Okay, that's one. And as someone nipeke, and as I started a Juma as a friends and family. Gusu Sebi Yetimi Buoma ye. And that's also in question. But at the possible solution I dream Honokrempo, you realize that that's complete fabrication. Because Niafe may kind of say, send idea koi. Any yenye bibia institutional shareholders to say Senate ne pension funds ne Ghana infrastructure fund no and so say shares mu na fin so yema employees stock ownership plan na once one ye be na fe yen hwese ne be ya ebetimi list no on the Ghana Stock Exchange se ne be ya yen nyina so be will be and to share such a solution where is it just a year per se plot to say sebienya adi ni venko. But I think it gives us a chance to really reset and make it a stronger company and still preserve our relationship with America, because that has been long and enduring. But I think as nations, when you have points of departure, you do have points of departure. But that will be on specific issues, and then you move on to cure them. And I think, Nana Akufo-Addo was very bold in taking that decision, and I would applaud it and see how it supports, the issue of the sanctity of the operations of the company and the country's sovereignty.
And Pacho, daben ye benyan ntie se yetwa PDS mwewie the way forward. And she shared about all constitutional investors to SNIT amongst others. Inti daben ye beti poti se new structure
you can say be by November 15th you as to the way forward on that, but whatever it is, private sector involvement and commitment to that, and finding the appropriate resources to be put in there. But I think it's in good hands in the interim. And we'll work it out. It's unfortunate, but truly, you cannot cede such a strategic asset to such uncertainty. And so the consequences of it, and whatever it may be, I think to be a better future going forward.
And by November 15, 51%.
We hope we'll have a plan for the whole thing. The whole thing, not just 51%. Yeah.
Mr. Minister, Goldman Capital, Ideal Finance, First Allied, Mark Otley, Gold Coast Investment,
This will be.
and of course, Almighty Men's Gold. Where various companies are amount for the investments. Aquaquishim. A DNA a buying position on these investments and the way forward. Goldman Capital, Ideal Finance, First Allied, Mark Otley, Gold Coast, Men's Gold. Me sure there are so many others. Savings and loans companies and investment companies are Honsem Abanum. What is the way forward? As a package, these are all part of companies because war Securities Exchange Commission. And in the same way, the Bank of Ghana saw one DMO one regulator, and also the SEC in so as to exactly how to intervene and to get it done. And you want so but I think Kwame, we went through a very difficult period in which everybody seemed to have been able to pick up a license without the capacity to regulate them. And we are just methodically looking to ease that problem. But I think to the core of it, say, how do we as a people, interrogate and question the way in which we mind our money business. And sometimes, of course, when there is regulatory laxity, it will lead to a whole lot of people making decisions which are less than optimal. In charge,
you and the American potting because at the beginning, which is nipa ye boni, then necessary, and how quickly should we do that? Inti a ho necessary yadia dreamba, near who says, oh yes, no me ya, untimiko freezer, emphatakra, nipa sika, senya hurricane. ABOB, fortunately, at least 10,000 Yaubenya. But churches near DA one day on 500,000 and 1 million Akosi baby. Now, the next day, you have to shut up because.
But will they get it back? On back. And
a whole just how well can the receiver do its work to liquidate certain assets and get the money back?
Mr. Minister, how can I just want her and your investment back?
Oh, it's unlikely say you be back.
But
na sebi Zebia me one of these rogue bank managers. Now do sika ba na makoto first class makosi down or baby na dia As any, you know, actually, you know, there are lots of court cases that will have to come, you know, and keep pushing till we get as much of it.
But there's a feeling that a too slow.
Yeah.
A too slow. And Crawford Juma bomb. And Crawford Sikash. Abayam Yang who say, Ebia Ubenya Buntimin Yanina. You soon Siajatum. Na Nipana no Mosuma Sadia Bayo. You once with trivia. I say business as usual. I say it's over. I know. Omanenam. You know, many breba.
You no, I'm pa. And as I say, you begin discussions on ABIA, you know, special court so that we can accelerate that. Into because I say no man, and it's a dream because obviously gridlock in the current judicial system will be difficult. Into ABIA, a honum necessary to accelerate that. But there's no way as I won't go free because Bonia Wayano a dos.
But it's a me personal question back. A buying secretary. Okay, contractors can wake. Say a buy my juma. A check and a buy tiaka. It's been there for years. A buy my juma. Obey ye obey. I can say bitiaka. Obey dear Chirisa. Ebimu acquired the message about say obi was 50 by 2012 or your contract in Trianaka. ABC 50 2015, ABC 50 2017. Obi o ha akobobosia. Na sikana share nation. Aban bitua eventually no. Untua interest. Why do we have that situation? Because they say be a snetika. Ana me de IRS car, me de whatever car. So omojia, se mrine twema ye say ye beji interest. And so abai na makwakwa jiska ejuma no won ho ama ye wi a otua me kan. Say 10 cities na so otua me 2016 in 2019 still at 10 cities na otua me. And so they be an makobobosia na me de ejuma. It is through no fault of mine. Says can delay. Sa hono Mr. Minister, what can be done about it?
I think, you know, Kwame, I mean, you know, since we came in, is how do you clean the stable, you know, and eventually get to a point of stability where just Yamawe Juma unim say Yababitua. And sometimes grass, ABI grandpa says, then grow for you, Koda, won't you? And so, I'll cause a Juma or no, was a Utiasa Koshimubium, you know, and also you have to ask, and therefore, what happens to pricing and value for money for these contracts? We need to clear the stock of arrears and going forward, you know, we can match, you know, our income of our commitments. Any changes are part of the solutions. Senior Bayer, Unya Banjuma, Unim say, way dear, you know, medical banker. Bank be mami credit bank no so nim say ye betua won nti e ho no
enya ni tua no ye betua na ntam ne mere so on asem no say aban the eventually aban betua but nintem
nti no na SSC clear, you know, backlog any arrears now gradually we've also increased in our GRA work no ayenya yetua taxes no na yetime tua ye ho be won't your tax and to Bazaban and say Sikana and you know, I think we are coming to an equilibrium, and my expectation is that next year we'll drive through some of that and then institute, you know, a much more stable private sector oriented economy. Because for I do it there, I think, you know, we have what you call sort of a fiscal responsible corridor. Stabilizer no. Into now no is to look at private sector intervention to see how we grow that so that there's a lot more stability going forward.
Nyami adumna de chichina, it will be 1st of November. Let's just say akaya fi ne bosome baako ne ekotoaba. Na akabe another 10-12 days I would 2020 budget. Ekwakotu machibijum. What kind of budget do you bring? Are there any expectations? That was our budget. So it will be I am shishino.
Really, Gwame, I did say my lifestyle there. No, I fancy footwork, but I think what we need is just stable hands on this. Now, you know, we are sort of out of the IMF as we promised since 2015. We did that. Inflation you know, is single digits, never in the past 27 years. NHIA, you know, you clear most of the arrears. Your friends saying bulk oil distribution companies, SLA, your TBHS electricity prices, and so some banking cleanup, just a banks, you know, are a lot more stable. And the recent 2.2 billion will clear about 82% of road contractors' arrears. I don't think that has been done before. We have shared Sino-Hydro idea, interchange, Western and Central Region roads, Eastern Corridor Road, you know, and some Ashanti will be starting. Interest rates are falling, as I say, any banks, no Juma, na lending rates, you know, better. What we have done with senior high school near the area. Into next year, no, dear, is to just manage expectations and really sort of sustain stability and security is how I'll put it. But I think, you know, really, say, Yabekando Kra, Nana Kufuado Abeyebi, na next year, no. Election year, we also have the census, we have elections. It's going to put a lot of pressure on it, but I think we just need to keep the handle steady, continue the discipline, and begin the process, you know, of inward investments to support industrialization. I'm say Duanenso, Majuma, Minister of Agriculture, and so at least Adriani Dear. United Minya Bidi. Into Batimiko School, Adrianen so ye, your beginners year tria contractors, electricity prices are stable. Into necessary year next year, and say Yenina Yesum, says election year no one no may. You be break it back of it, and you to.
But rather, Nyama Candy, Ubeka, Yitini bro for the Edepa. Manage expectations, stability, fiscal discipline, inward investments, industrialization. And so, obviously, I say, Nekrakra is saying, Sikabeba.
You and then I
heard Ubiabi says, the Krakra is saying, Sikabeba.
Sir, I mean, Kwame, say beer, Obibaka say, oh, na inflation, midi inflation.
Thank you.
And so inflation
7.something%.
Osafoma Babaka, with the inflation, because inflation here 13-15%, and then a church on local banker will rate, you know. And say, at the end, we can't take it for granted. Nani yetimia ye ni achievements, a year bedui, and as I said, next year party, yenina, yesum na, your friends say, yeah, avoid the champion. Krana and Ra Okaye. So sometimes, you know, we have excessive expectations of government, but really, as I say, you know, ye back together na ye timi ye ejuma away and him. But you bet me aye, because I think these 3 years, you know, it is quite clear. So we have the hands and the capacity and the minds to be able to do it. So no histrionics, but stable, tipping point, making sure that we maintain the fiscal balance, but ensure, say, you know, we begin, say, a bit widen private sector so that the jobs and liquidity, as you are saying, beba.
Inti sika beba.
Ohani
here, finance minister. And now only Bernard.
Yeah, beko school.
Anuni
beba.
Anuni
SSA yeah.
Opani and now only Bernard Avle or City TV to train come na. Me say headline be about. I must say. He's upbeat about Ghana's future. The energy sector reforms are on course, and the PDS saga over. And which you know, another report says government collaborates with IPPs to resolve take-or-pay contracts. I don't put the but IMF calls for tight budget ahead of 2020 elections. Only a sika some penny. Is a football on our head. All kinds of sika bebe. Now IMF is calling for a tight budget. Now also inflation. I would say still you want to keep it as low as possible. How do you respond to all of these things?
So IMF's a tight budget, just manage your deficit really. And there are a number of things. I mean, the issue of the expenditure control. Senior Bayer, you bring value for money of all of the things that we go for. And that's where the discipline will come in. For revenue, dear. And not just a crusader, Sivadai Belidi Bebwa. But I think, sir, 2-3 years, the discipline has been inbuilt. We need to manage our expenditure and make sure, sir, we get true value for that, and then increase our revenues and stay within that bucket. But truly, as I see, na yetimi yebi. Enti IMF or no IMF, I think that the need to do these things, as I see, of course, na ye.
Going forward, oil discoveries. Young bauxite industry, natural resources, outlook let's say saying.
Kwame, so Kai say Urekufu buy and oil yeah, disika bray and talo numnia de you fee a baimu or because 1 year when ya kakra you buy in so Yetimi Unyamiadum any akafo and so assign the block a DA and also expect to say 2021 a horicono. It may be as much as another 300 or so thousand barrels or so, and also beba beboa. Into a nim natural stability. Yedia bay of the economy na senia yehwe yen sika so ye na fe oye inso beka ho there should be a lot of hope na sebe senia na Akufo-Addo manage economy and a man for say one fa nombre bium na yenwie adwuma ya start ya ye.
How about your bauxite? What does it look like? And only him say cyanohydro common here or common akusi say
you and actually bauxite cyanohydro in common cyanohydro say 1 to 2 billion brain na ye infrastructure work and I say linked to that yenso ye the other private investors eba be ye bauxite adwumai na ehonu sika ye binyano and ye dibi betua wonka enti no di and yes cyanohydro na eba be bauxite enti ye set up authority bia owura Michael Ansa and wasumwa on various investors from America ne China ne England bonkomo send ye be mining of the bauxite and a refinery in Wambabisi enti no wonko so na enono yeah, I mean, a very important investment because a honor ultimately who say industrialization also beba because bauxite, raw bauxite, you know, be 80 or so dollars per ton. But by the time I'll be processed, I could tertiary, you know, maybe $2,000 per ton. It say Jumano and necessary, yeah. Michael Ninipa Kasaches, they are in the stages of selecting some potential invested in that. Nono will also give part of the pillar of industrialization. But I'm sure you know, one of the key issues is, you know, agribusiness and industrialization. Now you've done Ghana into a regional hub. Minister Alan Dia Odeko or the government Dia Bay with regards to Africa Free Trade, Continental Free Trade Agreement. Babaye BB at Ghana and Baye Investment and Trade Facilitation Hub for Africa. Into no NSSA so you take advantage. Now you create a regional hub for aviation, financial services, petroleum, education, etc. Now with the oil become now face ultimi hu for bauxite juma in Subekwa. Now you are now building an export-driven economy. Just a new foreign exchange 3-4 months assem and I be him yang, you know, because you have about 2-3 years of reserves in your day. A honor will be into next year, no. Even of our minimal friends and foreign exchange, which is actually historically very good at 4 months or so, no. As I say, you create buffers. Naturally, say next year, no, make sure say foreign exchange, you know, is stable through the period, and we don't get any unnecessary ruffles there, even in an election year. But into picture, no. The stability we have been able to go to look at the potential outline here of continental free trade and bauxite regional hub for the education, financial services. We've gone a long way. In Singapore for a year, Juma, senior financial services. So imagine, say, once this regionalization is done, not just let's say Nigerian banks, when you know on headquarters waha, Adentia, because it be a 1 year helicopter service from Accra to Victoria Island, where their main offices are, no, can be done in 45 minutes. They will prefer to live here. It is that, and then aviation. And then Dubai, by service, Nipa no ride the camels, and after the Oko Dubai, it can be done here. There's absolutely no question. We share our 350 million population.
That is West Africa.
West Africa. Now, sort of a pillar of stability and democracy. Any Juma year of the economy, and then the continental free trade. Just cast your mind, and you can envision where this different African country is, and that's where we are going. But we needed to stabilize to do that, but I think it's within our grasp to be able to do that, and that is why. What did it say at the headlines for that yesterday? That's why yesterday I
said you are upbeat about the future.
Upbeat about the future.
Talking about upbeat about the future, last year, Ghana, we've discovered probably the biggest oil find in on the continent or on the subcontinent for last year. I don't know, yenya hun sunsuansuo bi ehun faso bi abaye ho. Essence talking about Aker Energy. Na ora Alex Mold eso dia tuja obaby. Say yenhwe ne ye se ye momo tax rebate bi anhwa Ghana beboka ne ade. Inti sa area ho nankasa no, how are we managing that?
So we no your friends saying the mandate to protect the public purse. Now we share Nipa concern about, you know, making sure Ghana is not cheated. I know sometimes I strike rampo because you be who ya fixy ya dear emfatakra. Ain't it true? I mean, the school ben yenko and a juma ben yeni abrofubi and yeda. And when we are negotiating, we're negotiating in a way that really enables business to continue and for us to get the best deals. And we are not shy to break, to renegotiate on something when it has been badly done. Into no dear, Kwame, and your BBS, you worry about.
Say tax rebate as a tax.
It will be done well within the balance of what we want for us to get the best of it. Yeah.
One of the biggest things President Akufo-Addo a year campaign, a year one district, one factory. Na so far, you name say Exim Bank. Ghana Exim Bank he can say. Omobesha ho asemwaka ni sika sem ni bibia yen shedan to your home popuye bebre it is saying, do we have hope? Because it's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, some factories there, you know, there are various stages of it. But, I mean, right now, many ministers actually say there are about 150 districts that we need to begin to look at ways now once when you be until we are looking at a plan in the budget to find a way to support them, and SM Bank is part of it. When you say maybe it was 4 months ago now, any American SM Bank signed a $300 million transaction, which would help with supporting equipment from the US for that. We are at the cusp of another $100 million facility that will go to anchor that more. You know, I think so of the 150 districts left now, Minister Chirmatinya Kano, and so betima yehu BB in the coming year. And after utumi hu send aduane yebu ne warehouses ne ade no so certainly the agro processing becomes an interesting way to promote that. But really, so Noma Akufo-Addo etimi up to now in Trufa it's quite overwhelming, and that's what gives us the excitement going into the future.
Maybe one more question, if you mean piece of final thoughts near sorry so. Me who say Information Minister Kojo Pon-Krumanfoni our newspaper being Daily Searchlight, $200 million for Accra sanitation drains. Na mihu wa hano ni ntia me pese me di tum ne se me kai se me ne Ofori-Atta Minister of Works and Housing and ne Deputy Eugene Boachi ntwetwetwe nkomo fa sa adie ho. Finance Minister sika no di amamo ana because insurance started to be na your sanitation at say $200 million here me who are meaning say on paper now say in reality.
Oh,
because
no,
Atta and the deputy catcher said 5 months ago, 6 months ago, and I'm share about
then we are caught through Parliament. Yeah, you know, there's no turning back into Yebesum. Na ya tackle. There were three areas Namia Ayana me can say for sustained stability and security. There are three S's that we have to always keep in mind, which is our senior high school, our security, and our sanitation.
Senior high school security and sanitation.
That we can't really compromise on for everybody. Then you also move to, you know, sort of industrialization based on agriculture. That's the other bucket that we have to. The sanitation and flood issues, you know, we have to tackle. Last week, Minister Cecilia Tracy on all of these landfills, and we are planning something for that too. Into 200 year, Yansasum, Juma SSA, no, on the bay.
Because not just say, see, our share boy may call Auntie Cecilia. Me if you are me call a
so 200 million be
me go catch and so Ofori-Atta say Auntie Cecilia is Canaba na ma ko attach ya ne Eugene Boachintwi so say ministers is Canaba intino mommy on the status and let's see how
I'm sure they will go through their contracting period and whatever, but at least they have a clear mind as to the source of the resources that they need to do.
Mambo President Kufuor de Wuru bebre abonaba so say oil na breso wa ene ma bebre. President Kufuor breso so na start affordable housing. Mobile mo say the previous government and shan to aso. Mo amu no yehu ni amoyo. Affordable housing President Kufuor jai. What is happening in that area?
Really want to up as Obama Misulia Bugakatra. And no, yeah. Obekas last time you bought Hong Kong, maybe it's about $51 million. BB and near per se, the works and housing, any state housing a year.
Yeah.
I think we banks be Kasai, and the issue of sort of the leasehold agreements so that we can give it to state housing to do that. So we are rethinking the model to do that, but not dear. Hoya baby, we're attaching a capa, say, 7 year, Kufuor, and no dear, say, Inti baby.
Dabe, le crackra, dabe.
It's a semi-Mifisicano. You know, inti as a semi-share paperwork no year, na many banks in the can, na yeah. I think I have 51 million, as any American, you know. But I think as attaching Abekano is a low-hanging fruit, and we have to get it done.
It's been almost 4 years. It's a low-hanging fruit. Let's block it then.
Yeah.
So
that's it. What can you, Mate?
We say Bugaka kana baba nyari. But yesika say maybe we are raising money and doing
wedding, but you know, yeah, fine. You know, last year this year you call market no yetiminya 3 billion or euro at good rates. International year be senior ye be support na yetimi disikana ba ye jumai. If I quite do dear Kwame, I think sir a Juma Nana Kufuor do etimi aye. So see keep faith, you know, with him, and to continue to build on the prosperity and the stability that we have and the shared prosperity, because we share. Sebi I can't be normal by electricity prices are senior high school pension for farmers cocoa fui hunia adie oredunum koye. Now we have this LID, they can watch as extra $400 per ton, and also Eba farmers for and a farmers pension scheme also being done. And to share through the society, you know, saving depositors' income, bringing rates down. And now is really the push, you know, for private sector and how to get lending rates down so that more people will have access to it. But at least there's education. Sebe woba na utiminya senior high school pa government man government man housing. There's quite a bit being done. Electricity and also a stable farmers, so more money for them for cocoa, and then about 1 million or so odd farmers for fertilizer support program. And then BB and balancing that and to make sure say it's but Juma media mounty would ye betime. We Ghanaians are God's people. And too sorry now done as now to you, Boami, Naminti Minya Jumaya. And a honor, Mrs. Say, Yenya Yensum, Niambua, Nayama, Nanambra back. Ye a Juma was starting.
We share budget, we share bills for free SHSR. There's a discussion, so we should review it. Yen system, yen trans and yen san should you. How do you say?
I think idea your friends say campaign no kind or BB or free BB exaggerated entitlement mentality. And I don't know your opinion when you Ghana for. And there are lots of policies, but I think policies are always up for review. In Nipa can free SHS Grandpo na or my band we are say ha a boarding school. My ben we say there's no sort of income check to see whether you also deserve it. But those are costs from the beginning that then leads to fine-tuning. And I think everybody always really looks at situations. The banking system, so there will be some new rules which will be more effective, and that will do. Energy system, recalibrate for private sector investment. The whole taxation and exemption system also has to be looked at for us to get a more optimal tax structure for us. Into going forward, all of those will look. But I think the key.
And should we really look at free SHS?
Me assure say Napo is really looking at it.
No, I'm Napo. Yeah. I'm coming to you, the finance minister. Una uchiaka.
You.
Inna una winim the scope.
Yeah.
And na winim baby onye osikefi. Osha ye sanction ni biom na baby wo ho ebe me ho ahan ya enka yendwene ho. Yenhwe ne sa.
Oh, no dear. Say ne bibia esese yedwene ho. Na say me kra mpo mama ka bida. Enti anye bibia sebe yenhwe but you really say pass Kwame 290,000 different young people have been able to access it. Now to me who say hey adie I to ebe change one lives completely. And sebe me ko school or adie chebi me papa daroma oyi me ba Legon Primary, and assistant, I just and I'm watching, and I said, a school near in Ambrima, and why a quatriqua now, Udufia, now, Mamma, Grandma, she was, but so you can see what education opportunity can do. NT, baby, mistakes be Womukrempa. The value of that one extra person to change the nation, for example, is there. Intimate hono yes ikasem but me am hu and am grembo na me na fe wote hey. To me who say a lot more Ghanaians from other places could have that opportunity. Into that empathy and that sense of citizenhood and for everybody, also informs us, and it comes at some cost. But I think we can't be hasty about it.
I see. Yeah, reporter Okuma say something. Kwame Nyamiche, am I a quick update or say affordable housing in Okuma Akakra ma am yevi, but it's under the auspices of SNIT. Just to chip it in for you, Mr. Ofori-Atta Ibiana, you hear about affordable housing. Maybe no so Navy meets me as a Ashanti region, the SNIT in the air shed. Let's see, say, other institutions we want to take.
I mean, a housing, not dear. I mean, a BBA SSA.
Yeah.
Well, a BBSSA, housing and education, in education, and also now, person me can say, the policy, technically, is for the Ghanaian child. What you say, not the parent per se. Into true say because parent no was but really the focus is the child to make sure. So that even if the parent is irresponsible, the child can still have the opportunity for the future. So those are what will guide us, going forward. How to get ensure that there's a critical minimum access for every child, irrespective of the parent's situation, and then you move to issues of equity, etc.
Tell the minister that even in the United Kingdom, tuition is free, boarding is not. So they should simply relook at free SHS.
Yes,
Maya, you know that for me, that is also my angle. Maybe I can't have one day near Simon if you say tuition, they say also you free. But what in the other back body, I could yake. It's motion ibium.
Now, Kwame, you know, sometimes so who and that the pillar of stability and peace that we have. Sometimes we are not clear on the variables or the elements that have made it. Was it sort of the construction of the Akosomo Dam which brought light to everybody? You know, is it the chieftaincy issues which diffuses tensions on the ground? Is it the boarding school system that has brought a sense of unity and knowledge, whatever, so that we all have classmates, even if we don't go to university? And to try and I know back because when I say we the sikasem na fade, what is it that you have? And you know, and then of course, you know, the faith-based sense that the Christianity and the Muslim part of it that has that. And all of those are socio-economic indices that help. Intimately, yes, I am a dream sikana home, but what I say now we so I can say, hey, I did boko, and yes, you know, some things we'll take for granted. But you're very
Minister, Ghana foot you, Bibi, with me, aka. Ama se ebema ya suma dream o se ebema ya kuma to yemo se be share your boss going forward as you yourself the headlines have said that you are upbeat about the future of Ghana. What is it for what is in it for us again so yen kase your minister king yen ni chini engineer ni say be
you I think sabe yen nyina trust wo yen feku mu na ye hwe fa kwa na ye wo 2017 and it said before ya bedu nansinya utimi who said they are pretty steady hands, you know, on the economy. No ma ya ye Dawson. See, say IMF asemi we have been able to extricate ourselves to it. Lots of arrears are yet here. So we fixed quite a bit of the mess. In addition to that, the flagship programs is planting for foods. Just your friend saying, energy, electricity prices are down. Now yet me so more doom sono literally echo. And financial services, able to put it back, you know, on a little bit a stronger footing. True, there are some consequential effects, but those are marginal compared to what would have ensued. And all of this at a cost to government and the ministry, and we are carrying that pain. There are things that we have to do in terms of ensuring that we manage our expenditure and have value for money and send our revenues and so get a new revolution to get what we deserve and really getting Ghanaians to come on board with regards to revenue mobilization, roads and pensions to farmers and increase in cocoa prices and for them. I think all indications say, you know, things have gone relatively well, and next year we will hold the line with regards to your friends saying election year excesses which have happened.
Oh, yeah, sure, say yentra. Election year excesses yentra. Oh, Minister say election year no some running there everybody they trophy and website. It's you say what ubunsiona say what maybe ngu na ho dia say ebe ha drink akra.
Say you buo man.
Minister ko any frinching sa so anyi you.
Well, idea no history no so say one overspend it in elections year, you know, one time some but it's quite a fallacy. Yeah, and senior ya bravo here no kwame you know, factories one day one with Nadine, you know, normal yetimi now yet sometimes you take no for granted, but at least me chef akon ye do ya in the way name no doso and our responsibility with new revenue sources such as oil have to be managed well. But the legacy of industrialization is being laid, and that is where private sector and absorption for jobs would occur. But we needed this consolidation tipping point to go into. We have to hold the line for 2020 to ensure that we don't lose what we have. But let's keep faith with the president and bring him back to continue the work that he's doing.
Amanfo baby are sending messages more fan cheme and you meet me messages on cashew, fishing, Tema oil refinery, railways, health. Forgive me, there are so many questions, but we can't.
It's me, your friend saying email address for ministry na ABIA. Okay.
We can put an email address out for those of you who are techno savvy. I'm sure, sir, you would want to ask your questions. I don't so be mean to me sending your more fan chemi. Now, Minister brought for back I can't bear 7 times. He said, hold the line. So I hold the line. Pachomi cheche man, ni man say, Obun's you know man move faso. But Minister, yes, so Miss Camra Kakawai. Miss Camra Kakana, she said, yeah, Okona Edin. That's the general consensus. Say, yes, Kache Minister, say, you are Jatun, but make the money flow small.
And I also am. But also, and you so about or mine, and here because sense of self-dignity, you who say a man have a future, I think is always worth the sacrifice.
Thank you.
That's a pa.
Thank you. Ora Ken Ofori-Atta, Finance Minister, Republic of Ghana. Namutini Kase.
This FM 104.3. Good to meet you.